So, as we continue on Romans chapter 12, today we're going to be looking at verses 4 through 8. Now remember, the past 3 days we've covered giving your life to Christ as a living sacrifice, renewing your mind, and then making a good self-evaluation. All that prepares you for verses 4 through 8. In verses 4 through 8, Paul says, we're all part of the body of Christ and we've got a job to do. Whatever your talent is, you have a responsibility to take that talent and use it in the service of Christ. Now, a couple things I want to point out to you. Number one, service happens in a local church. For whatever reason, you may not be going to church. Well, let me just say, that's not God's plan. God's plan is for you to be in the local church every Sunday. That's God's plan. Just the same as it's God's plan for you to get up and breathe in the morning, it's His plan for you to be in church every Sunday. Now, I will say this, for those in my American audience, which is most of you, you have a choice that, or the luxury of, you can find a place where you fit comfortable. There's no excuse for anybody in the States not to be in church on every Sunday if you're a believer. Second, every one of us is expected to use our talents in the service of Christ. Paul lists out several areas of service. You say, well, I could never get up and teach a class. I could never do this or that. That doesn't matter. There are tons of areas of service for you and I, and Paul lists a lot of them. It might be sending cards to people who are down on their luck, or sending cards to people who are discouraged. It might be standing at a door and welcoming people to your church. No matter what it might be. I will say this, if you're not serving, let me advise you to do this. Go to the leadership in your church and say, you know what, I'm not doing anything. Give me something to do. It might be cleaning out flower beds or cleaning toilets. Whatever it is, God has a place for you to serve, and He expects that you serve there. I gave the illustration in the written part where I said, I play sports, and imagine trying to play basketball without my middle toe. It would hurt. I could still play, but it would hurt. It's the same way. The body functions without you, but it functions a whole lot better with you. So, as you go through today, I want you to think about two things. Number one, if you're not in church, get in church. Remember I mentioned I play basketball or play sports. I love basketball. Not very good at it, but I've loved playing. I've never played in the mall. I've never played in a car dealership. No, I played on a basketball court. That's the right place. The right place to serve is in the church. So if you're not in church, commit today. I'm going to get involved. Number two, in church, and you just kind of warming that pew, keeping that pew warm on Sunday morning, it's time to change. Time to get involved. Time to get in the game and start being a participant in the body of Christ. Those are the challenges for you today. I hope this will make a change in your life. Want to read the whole devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page, and we'll see you tomorrow.